Hello and welcome to another episode of Alex's Afternoon Art Show. Today, we're still doing that Marvel vs. Capcom mural. Today we're doing Rogue. And today I'm going to be making some changes to the rules that I've been following thus far. We'll get to that in a few minutes though. But after the intro, that is. That was my cue to give the intro. But I'll probably wait until after I've finished my rambling trail off here before I do that. Okay. Okay, so as I said, we're doing Rogue, and as I said, we're changing some things. So what I meant by that is that so far, as you can see, I've been generally speaking sticking pretty closely to the designs that the characters have in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And technically speaking, I'm not changing the design that Rogue has, I'm just changing her colors. I'm changing them to be her normal colors, being the yellow and green, not green and white, which is what she has for some reason. Because I'm looking at pieces of art here which says they were unused for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but that they did do the art with those colors. So technically it's not changing anything really. It's changing things. There's no point in dancing around this. I just don't wanna color Rogue normally. I just wanna do it normally. But yeah. So trying to think here now. My brain's failing me. But yeah, so I need to turn things back on. But yeah, so Rogue is our 20th character now, I believe. Pretty sure she's the 20th character so far, which means we've done a lot of these. And yeah, the reason why I'm doing this today is, again, I mentioned this in the last video, that it's been very, very hot here recently, so I've been trying to avoid doing these on days where it's particularly hot. Today it is still sunny, but not that hot, so perfect time to do one of these. And also, I kind of have to do it at some point, so in order to keep on top of them, I should probably keep doing them. But yeah, so yeah, I'll just start turning all these off, and then I'll zoom in to Rogue. I mean, technically I don't need to turn all of them off, but I just do it anyways because it makes it easier to keep track of. But yeah, so as you can see, I decided I'm gonna need to make her fingers bigger. Her fingers are weird. But yeah, I decided to kind of, even in terms of the way that she's drawn, I decided to stick more closely to how she tends to look with the other colors, because she doesn't have this collar bit that she has with the other colors. I don't think. What I'm looking at here, it doesn't look like she does on the green and white, but largely it's borderline identical. So really I'm not changing that much, I'm just changing the colors. So if I wanted to, I could change it back, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that, because I like how the other colors look. I like the yellow, because the X-Men color is yellow and blue. You kind of need to have one or both of those for it to be an X-Men character. And so in this instance, I'm keeping the yellow, and for some reason, obviously, for some reason the logo is always red. For some reason. But yeah, to be honest, I don't really have anything new to say since the last time I drew Rogue, which was very recently. Well, within reason recently. It was one of the last normal drawings I did before I started doing these, because these are slightly kind of lower detail and all this than the other drawings that I'd normally done. But yeah, so within reason was one of the last ones I did. It might have been the last one I did, I don't remember. Anyways, I'll start doing this now. Okay, so yeah, after doing a little bit of looking at things there, I've been thinking. I feel like she's quite small in the page here, but I feel like we're just getting to that point now. In general, because the thing is, as they go out, they're going to get gradually a little smaller. That's just the nature of it, because they're going to be behind the character and behind the character and behind the character. So I think during the base sketches, Rogue was about the point where I realized that, because I had to draw in her details really, really small, which, if I'm not careful, will result in very messy lines, which I obviously don't want. So it's a case of where some of the characters after this, that won't really be as much of an issue. I think Rogue will be the furthest back for a little while. I can't think of many characters after this who are actually further back than Rogue, because I think, yeah, the next character on the Marvel side is going to be Iceman, and he's in front of Rogue. So I'm going to need to make that look a little... Yeah, then I'll be able to kind of fix some of the scale, because that is just going to be an issue based on the nature of this type of drawing, because this is a big mural, and because the characters are overlapping, it's a case of where characters are in front of one character or behind another. In the case of Rogue, she's seemingly going to be the furthest one back for quite a little while, which is unfortunate, because there's not really much I can do about that now. I can't really make her any bigger, because that'll make Psylocke look weird, because this is the thing, Psylocke overlaps with Rogue quite a bit, and Rogue is already quite a bit taller than Psylocke here. And so I don't want to make that look weird. So it's just a difficult situation to be in. Excuse me. And yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to put details into this jacket without it looking messy. So I'll just do this rather than actually having the raised bits. I'll just do it like this, rather than having those sections with the buttons on them, because she's so small, if I actually do put in a little dot for the button, you just won't be able to see it. You just won't be able to see it. Whenever I color it, it'll just be pointless. So yeah, it's just the difficulties of this, and I mean, yeah, we're not too long in, but a lot of my time was spent on the hair, because it's always going to be. Whenever it's a character with hair like Rogue, it's going to be spent on the hair for the most part. But yeah, it's just not the easiest thing in the world. But yeah. Yeah, it is just a balancing act here that I'm trying to do, of trying to get details in without creating too many lines, because too many lines here is a very real possibility that will make this just borderline unreadable in terms of an image. But yeah, may as well just speed things up again, so that we can actually make some progress in this video. Anyways. Okay, so there's our details. Now I will take a short break as my back is tired, And then we will do our dots. So, I'll just leave that there for the time being. So we're already an hour in, yeah, we've probably got about an hour left, I'd wager. So, decent length. It's an okay video, not too long at least, not like the last one, 2.5 hours of recording. So, yeah. Yep, I'll be back momentarily. Well, you won't actually notice any difference, so may as well just not really announce it. You'd think that'd be a better idea, but apparently not. So, anyways. Alright, I'm back. I've been gone for like nearly 2 hours at this point. I ended up sitting and having my dinner. Did not expect to be gone that long. And also, the second I sat down here, I realised I forgot to do something. I forgot to do the little bit of patterning on Rogue's jacket. Completely forgot it. It's a good thing I didn't switch over these. Yeah, I'll just quickly do this. Yeah, it is now much later than I wanted it to be while doing this. I wanted to be done this at a reasonable time, because I also have to edit a video today. To get a bunch of stuff done now in such little time. Ah, god dang it. Alright. Well, I may as well just start speeding along here in a second. Just once I do this, may as well. Because, yeah, right, that's that patterning done now. Zoom out a little bit more. I don't know what it is, but I always end up... I have a bad habit of giving Rogue a weird face whenever I draw. I don't know what it is. I think here... I think her face looks fine here. It's just... something's a little odd about it. Something's a little strange, is what I'm getting here. It's not looking perfectly normal. But that'll have to do. Because I don't really have the time to redo it now. Zooming in more, it looks okay, I think. She's got very big eyes, very big lips. I think that's part of the issue. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah. Okay, I'll do the dots, and then I'll be back after that. Okay, there's our dots done. So now we're on to our colours. I reckon I can probably steal this skin tone from somebody else. Who has the skin tone that I am looking for? Cable, no, he's too pale. Marrow? I think she's probably too pale as well. You know what, someone who has a very kind of full complexion. Jill, maybe. Jill, I think, has the same skin tone as Cyclops, probably. Should we turn on Cyclops as well? Actually, that might help. Turn on Cyclops as well. This is slightly more tanned. Yeah, you know, I think we're probably gonna want to use the same skin tone as Jill, probably. Turn her off as well. Okay, so it's time to do our colors. So I'll just zoom back in and we'll continue as we were, pretty much. May as well throw on the background now. I'll need it anyways. But yeah. So I'll grab the right brush, turn it up to 25 pixels, and then, geez, this is not going to be easy to fill this in. But yeah, anyways. I'll be back whenever I'm done the colours, I suppose, or if I have anything meaningful to say as an interjection. So. Okay, so that is our colors done. So next we got to do the shading, which ideally won't take too long. The colors didn't take too long either, really. It was just I'd keep screwing around with that green because it wasn't sitting right with me. Yeah. Gonna grab our colors now. So we need our yellow and our purple. And so then we shall do our shading. So it's on the right, setting to shade. Okay. Gotta get it done. Okay, so now we have done our shading, and it is time to do our light line very quickly, and then we'll be done, because I've been dawdling a little bit here with running out of videos to listen to. Yeah, because of that it's kind of taking a little longer, but anyways, I at least skipped through it anyways, so yeah, so we got the light line and then we're done. I want to say there's something I meant to say, but yeah, like, I mean, I had to adjust stuff as I was going here. That was really it. I mean, this isn't what Rogue looks like in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. She's got a white and green rather than or yellow and green, and I'm not. I don't like how the white looks weird, and her jacket is green as well, which is kind of weird looking too. And it's strange because, again, a lot of the art is using the other colors, the colors which she does not have in this game. A lot of the art uses those colors anyways, just for the sake of it. It seems. I don't know. Like, bizarrely enough, like a large amount of the art that shows up whenever you look up Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Rogue is the art from X-Men vs. Street Fighter. So this is the thing. I just decided to do that because I think it looks better. I always thought, I've always felt like the green on, or the white on green looks weird. I don't know why they changed it. I don't even think, because like at the time, I don't think that would have been what she looked like. I don't think so. Because yeah, the kind of the yellow and green still would have been popular anyways, because the animated series wouldn't have been long finished. So, still would have been the popular look, so I don't know. Anyways, I'll do this light line and then we'll be done. Okay, so there is Rogue, completely done. So that's that one done. So now we can zoom out to that extreme. May as well turn off the background and just see. Right, yeah. Well, she still stands out fine, anyways. Yeah, the white doesn't blend in too much. The lines are thick enough. May as well turn everyone else back on. Also need to turn on Hulk. And yeah, I mean, you can barely see Hulk at this point. He kind of just he disappears in a little bit, but that's fine. This is the thing. The Marvel characters here are all very much in a clump, but they're still very distinguishable, which is kind of what you want whenever you have a very compact layout like this is going to be. Is you want to have everything very close together, but all very easily distinguishable. Like the only character here who's maybe a little hard to make out is Mara, and I think that's just an issue in general. I don't know if that's really anything I can fix. To be honest, I don't think moving her to somewhere else would make her more visible or anything like that. It's just, I think, the nature of that character, really. to disappear. But yeah, see with the Capcom characters, generally speaking, just with their poses, they're much more spread out. And this is the thing, characters like Zangief takes up a lot more room. And I didn't want to cover too much of him the same way I did with Hulk, because I feel like with Hulk there's not many details you really need to see. But yeah, so that should be 20 in total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 20 characters. So, who are we doing next time? Next time, I believe, yeah, next time is a Mingo. So, a Mingo is going to be interesting. But yeah, I feel like Rogue at least stands out well enough from the rest of the characters so far. The second, like predominantly yellow character, anyways. So yeah, she at least stands out well enough, and I feel like the way I picked her green was decent. Anyways, I didn't stick too close to anything that we've already used. Anyways, I think we will wrap up. So, if you like the video, do you normally do? Whether that be liking or not. I don't mind if you don't want to like the video. If you would like the video, I'd be happy. I would prefer, obviously, if you did like the video, but if you don't normally, I don't mind. But yeah, subscribe if you want, same deal. If you'd be willing to subscribe, I'd be very happy, but if you don't want to, fine. It's your decision. And yeah, if you decide to watch the next video, I'll see you next time. So, I will say goodbye, and that'll be us. Until next week, bye bye.